morning, Sister
morning.
Theresa Ann McCall.
Yes.
And
Theresa Ann Mary McCall.
Oh, Theresa Ann Mary. Okay.
For my confirmation name.
I don't know my confirmation name. Anyway, thank you for coming to share your story. First of all, we'll get into your ministries later, but to share your story about yourself, because you know you're the only one that knows your story, the truth of your story. So we'd like to begin, or I'd like to begin with, where were your beginnings? Your parents, your siblings, your hometown?
My hometown, well, I'm trying to decide whether to start at the beginning or my hometown is Detroit. My parents are David and Mary McCall. My mother's maiden name is Shingleton. She's from England.
Right from?
Yep. She came here for a year as a nanny, and then the war broke out and they couldn't go back. Then she met my dad, so.
But she left all her biological family back there.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And she never got back.
Mm-hmm. So she met him after the war?
It must have been maybe during the war. I don't know. Anyway, she couldn't go back after the year was up because of the war.
Mm-hmm.
So then she met my dad. So
David.
Then she stayed here.
So
my dad was Ceylon, Ceylon, Ceylon McCall.
Where's David from?
David is my nephew. He's Ceylon's son.
Okay. Now, what about siblings, brothers and sisters? Did you have brothers and sisters?
I had. Well, let me think. Well, I'm hesitating because my mother, her first pregnancy was triplets, and one of them died within 10 days or something. And so then they grew up as twins, John and Paul. And then my brother Martin, and then my sister Margaret, and then me, and then Berard.
Oh, you had about 5 or 6 of you?
Yeah.
I lost count.
My mother had, well, counting the triplets, I guess she had 7 kids.
And where are your siblings right now?
I have one brother left. He's in Detroit.
Okay. Do you get
Well, actually, he's in a suburb of Detroit.
But anyway, he's in Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And where did you go to school?
I went to, well, first and second grade, I went to St. Rita's on the east side, and then we moved, and I went to, where did I go? A lot of us went there, Precious Blood.
Precious Blood, that's right.
Yeah, on the west side.
Mm-hmm. I know right where that is.
Now, I'm doing this not because I'm nervous. It helps my back.
Oh, good. Okay. All right, so you entered from Precious Blood Parish in Detroit.
Right.
I know right where that is. We had relatives there. Your high school, you went to Cooley High School?
Yep.
Oh.
I'm glad I went to a public high school.
Because?
I got I don't want to say better, a more rounded education.
Okay. And where did you go to grade school?
Precious Blood.
Oh, Precious Blood, that's right. They didn't have a high school.
Right.
So when did you graduate from Cooley?
45.
45. And how did you enter? I mean, did you ever meet Adrian Dominicans? Well, they were at Precious Blood.
Yeah, I had them at Precious Blood. Actually, I went to St. Mary's. I went to St. Mary's a lot for Mass, and the priest had a book of all the nuns,
St. Mary's, where?
In Detroit.
Okay.
He had a book of all the nuns, and what the habits, and he was looking at the habits. He says, "Well, no, you don't like that."
So you entered the Adrians because of the habit?
No. That was his thing. He was looking.
Well, some people did. They liked the white better than a lot of the darks out there.
I didn't. That didn't mean anything to me.
Mm-hmm. So what was it that within you or whoever was around you at the time that you decided to enter the convent, to become a sister?
Oh, I don't know. I just thought I'd do that. I don't really know. I wouldn't call it I had a calling or anything. I just, I thought it would be a good way to live.
Oh, that's nice. You know, we think we chose this life. I feel we've been chosen, all of us,
Yeah,
no matter what
yeah,
we
yeah,
are called
that's
to
more
do.
like it.
I have been called, so
Yeah.
I said, yeah. I was invited, and I said, yeah,
Yeah,
or yes.
yeah, that's more like it. You
Yeah.
know, in fact, I
So-
put it off for, you know, two or 3 years.
So you entered in 1961,
Yeah,
and you graduated from high school.
in 45.
So what did you do in between those
I
years?
worked at, it'd be like Myers, you know, so
Yeah.
Kmart.
Kmart, Kresge's, SS Kresge.
Kresge's. In fact, I guess I worked at Kresge's, but then, you know, they graduated to Kmart.
Right, right. I think a lot of us grew up at Kresge's
Yeah.
because we had our jobs there. So you were there for quite a while.
I think it was like 16 years or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was it? I mean, you're working at Kresge's, then all of a sudden, did you meet somebody?
Well,
Did
it
you hear
wasn't all
something?
of a sudden. It was just, I don't know. I just thought I should do something besides
Interesting.
work at Kresge's
Uh-huh.
or Kmart.
Mhm.
But it wasn't Kmart then. It was,
And were your parents still alive?
my dad was.
Okay. And how did you live at home?
Oh, yeah. No, he was all for it, of
Oh.
course, you know.
I know what. Why do you say, of course?
Oh,
you know?
because at that time, the big thing was, you know,
Right.
have your daughter or son be a
Right,
priest or
right.
a nun.
Okay, that's what you mean. You're right. I get it. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So he was pleased.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was happy.
Yeah.
What about your brothers and sisters?
Well, I just, let's see, my sister died in 58.
Mm.
My mother died in 59. So I was,
Wow.
you know, they were gone. So I think the only sibling I had was my brother, who's still living.
Mm-hmm. So you were the elder in your crowd
Yes.
with the people who
Yes,
entered at the
yes.
same time. We
Yes.
called ourselves, we were all in the same crowd. And we all had elders, or
yeah.
the ones we stood up to. And we don't know how you stood us, high school graduates.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we
Oh,
often wondered
I
that.
never thought anything about it because I was always in, I always ate at a second table
Uh-huh.
because I worked at the infirmary. My obedience
Oh,
was
really?
the infirmary.
Carrying trays?
Serving the meals and cleaning the rooms and, you know, laying on your belly scrubbing the floor.
So that's what you did
Yeah.
during formation years?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
during, as a postulant anyway. What did I do as a novice? I don't know.
Well, being were you the oldest in the crowd?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a year older than Jonathan. Well, Gloria. At that time she was Jonathan.
Oh, Gloria Corhonen.
Yeah,
Oh, she's in your crowd.
yeah,
So she entered later.
Yeah.
I say later than
Yeah.
high school age.
yeah,
Mhm. Okay, so you two were the elder. Oh, great women.
yeah.
You two are great women. Very good. Okay, so you've been at various ministries once you left the novitiate.
Well,
Now think of all the places that you have been, and as I look
been-
at your history,
too many different
you've
places.
always been missioned
Michigan.
in Michigan.
Oh, yeah. And really, mostly Detroit.
So of those places that you were at, which one or two, that really was special and perhaps in transformation for you, or just, you know, very,
I think St. Lawrence,
in Utica,
Detroit,
in Detroit?
by 94.
Okay, and what was so special about St. Lawrence?
I don't know, I just thought it was a good place. It was unique in that the ground floor was the church,
Uh-huh.
the middle floor was the school, and the top floor was the convent.
Oh. Where was St. Lawrence?
It's
Where was it?
It's on Lano.
Okay,
Okay,
east side.
Right near 94.
East side.
No, I think it's west
Lano?
side.
West side, okay. So, and what did you teach there?
So 7th and 8th. Well, I taught part of the time, I think most of the time. I taught 7th grade in the morning, and the principal taught 8th grade. Then in the afternoon, she went home to make dinner or something, and I taught 8th grade in the afternoon.
I thought you were going to say you were the principal when she went home. You were not the principal, huh?
I do remember one time, though. But anyway,
What'd you like about that place?
I just like the people.
That's
and,
good. Mm-hmm.
You know, the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly the kids, you know.
I bet you were a tease with the kids.
Oh, I got along good with the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I remember
Yeah.
about you.
Yeah.
You were always a great tease.
I remember this. This was later when I taught with Detroit Public Schools, Title I, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And this kid was a table, something like the tables we have here. And there were 6 kids around it, and he was going, while I'm teaching, you know, he's going like he's driving his car. And I said, "Tell me what you think I just said." He told me right off. I said, "Okay."
What about these Boniface group homes?
Yeah,
What was that about?
Those were group homes for boys that were, for one reason or other, were
Yeah.
with the state and had no place to go. You know.
So did you live at those homes?
No,
Oh, you taught?
I was a house mother,
Oh.
so I remember. It was funny. You know, you do everything, whatever the kids needed. And this kid, he needed a pants shortened or something, and I'm sitting in an office like this, you know, and he's sitting there. I don't know what I said. I didn't say anything. And he says, "Oh, you're starting that God shit. I got to get out of here."
He said what?
"You're starting that God shit. I got to get out of here." But he wasn't mad or anything.
No,
and
no. Tough kids.
Yeah,
And it was just for the boys, huh?
yeah.
Group homes.
And Heartline was for the women.
Wow. So that was a good ministry for you.
Oh yeah, I liked it. It was, you know.
And then where did you go after that?
Where did I go after that? I don't know. What does it say on there?
Well, you kind of mentioned those that were very significant
Yeah.
to you. Now, when you were not engaged at school or going to school yourself, because we had to do that in the summer times, I don't know if you had to.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What did you
We
do?
had school and intercession.
Oh,
and
right,
session.
right, to get out there and teach. How do you like to spend your time, or how did you spend your time away from ministry when you weren't with the kids or you weren't teaching? Or
I don't know.
have you been on any interesting vacations?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I was on vacation all the time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the changes we had with Vatican II, do you remember all those changes? You were in the convent at that time?
Well, I don't know. Would we change the secular clothes?
No, I think there was a lot of other things. They had us look at our charisms and how we were living our life. And
Oh yeah. Oh, they'd send out
prayers.
those things. I just said, I don't understand the question. You know.
You didn't get involved in all those discussions.
I thought, you know, how has your life changed since this or that or the other thing? I thought, oh.
You've not reflected on how your life has changed through various experiences?
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. What are some of the greatest blessings you've had?
My mother and my sister.
Oh, and how is that? Do you want to tell us about that? How were they
Oh, my
influential?
mother was great. I mean, my mother was funny, you know.
Uh-huh.
She
Where you
taught
get
me-
that from?
She taught me all kinds of rhymes.
Uh-huh.
But, you know, I think now, I don't know if you ever played Fiddlesticks, where you have this group of 6 and
Yeah.
you let them go.
Yeah.
And I think back now, you know, I used to, the purple one was the big counter, you know, and they had to try to get that out. And I would say, that moved. No, it didn't.
Right.
Yes, it did, you know. And I think
That's right. We put them down, and you'd have
Yeah.
to get it up without touching another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think now, you know, it probably did move, but she didn't see it. You know, because she was old. Not old like I am now,
Right.
but
Right.
she was only 68 when she died.
How did you decide on your name? I noticed your name was Victor Mary.
Well, actually, we had a priest friend who my dad's family in Syracuse, New York, kind of adopted because the basement caved in on their father or something. So my aunts kind of adopted him, and his name was Victor. So that's where I got the Victor, and Mary is my mother.
Your mom. Did you ever tell them that that's why your name was Victor Mary?
Oh, they knew that.
No.
You know, I mean, no. I mean, he was still living when I, yeah.
Was it hard for you to go back, or did you want to go back to your baptismal
I
name?
went back to my baptismal name.
You did?
I thought, why should I have some bishop tell me what my name is?
Well, they did for a while there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So the changes were not that difficult for you.
Oh, no.
Are there changes we have now that are a challenge for
I
you?
don't know, do we have changes now?
Oh, okay. So you're just living your life over here,
Yeah,
enjoying it.
I just do the best I can every day. And
Do you get involved in some of the activities here at the Dominican Lives Center?
like what?
Oh, there's lots of things going on here. And the back there in that art activities place near the beauty parlor.
Oh, yeah.
I see
yeah.
them painting and doing things back
Oh, yeah.
there.
I would like to, but I haven't been able to get, I would like to get a hunk of clay and make something out of clay, you know, but I haven't achieved that yet.
Do they have that here? I think that's back in that room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it is. But
So why aren't you doing it?
I haven't connected with whoever has the clay.
Well, I'm going to find out about it and get you connected. What would you make?
Oh, I don't know, a pinch pot, just something that I can give to my niece to remember me by.
Oh, nice, nice. Why was your sister so special? What was it about your sister?
Oh, because my sister was just great, although she spoiled me rotten. You know, when I think of it now, at the time, you know, I didn't think anything about it at all, but now I realize she was really good. You know, we slept in the same room,
Right.
Same bed,
Same
really.
bed, and put a line down the middle,
Yeah,
imaginary line.
And she rocked. I say, Mom, Margaret's rocking. Margaret, stop rocking.
What a nice name. Her name was Margaret, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it was Margaret Mary. I think it was Margaret Mary.
So what else are you very interested in?
I'm very interested in murder.
In murder.
And murder of, and that's what it is, just plain murder of partial birth abortion. You know, they can call it what they want. But
Right, but that's been a passion of
stick
yours.
stick a scissors in somebody's neck.
Right, right.
But I just can't.
And the button you have up there with the red cross.
That's Silent No More, women who are trafficked.
So you're very involved in the trafficking.
Yeah, well, yeah. You know, because these young kids, they leave home because they think it's going to be better. Then some pimp picks them up and they're stuck.
Have you been engaged in some of the meetings we have here on campus?
I used to be. I'm not so much
that's
anymore.
too bad.
Yeah. But, you know, I pray for them all the time, of
Well,
course.
that's wonderful. That's a new ministry that you
Yeah.
have. You've had for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, they're, you know, it's just these young kids,
Right.
you know, they think leaving home's going to be better. But it's not.
So
And once they're trapped, that's it.
So if they only knew they had a powerhouse of prayer with you
Yeah,
praying for them. That's a great ministry.
yeah. So I pray for them all, all the time. But it's just horrendous. I don't know. Well, I don't know why they can't arrest these guys, you know.
It's hard.
Yeah.
People are trying.
Yeah.
People are trying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Our women, a lot of people are working on that whole
Yeah,
trafficking
yeah.
issue, which has been around for years and years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they just move them someplace else,
Yeah.
and they smell the cops, see.
How would you like to be remembered? Sister
Oh,
Theresa
To tell,
Ann McCall.
to tell you the truth, I don't care.
You don't care.
Yeah, ask me if I care.
You just don't care how you're remembered.
I mean, I'll be in heaven. What do I care? You know, what do I care what somebody down on earth thinks, or over, or around, out on earth?
So that's not something that you're concerned with right now anyway, period. What people...
Oh, yeah, I don't care. What do I care? God knows. What do
How's
I
your life here at the Dominican Lives Center?
Oh, it's good.
We're blessed, aren't we?
Yeah, oh,
Oh, we are
I mean,
so
we couldn't
blessed.
have a better place.
No. And our co-workers,
Yeah.
unbelievable. As I look at, we're getting ready to celebrate the service awards.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you saw that. And that one woman from the food service, 45 years. People here 5, 10, 15,
Yeah,
20
yeah,
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, how blessed we are.
Yeah,
Part of the hundredfold.
people stay. I don't know. You know, sometimes I wonder if. I mean, I don't think the pay is. From what I understand, the pay is the middle ground for the workers, and so I don't think it's the pay that they stay for.
No.
I think
No,
it's the
no.
people. You know. But they're great.
Good. Glad you appreciate them. Well, that's it. Sister Theresa Ann McCall,
The story of my life.
the story of your life.